Oh, so I'm so sorry about that. Something really, I don't know what happened there. Anyway, I'll have to finish it off as a video. What I was going to say to you, there are several different rulers and mats, but we all work in inches, and that's because that's just how it is. So your rulers, your squares, that's a 4.5 inch square, a 6.5 inch square. I've got a ruler that's 24 inches long by 5 inches wide. Sorry if that's shining on you. And I've got my 12.5 inch square to square up my blocks. First of all, you then have rotary cutters. I have a rotary cutter like this, so I can lock it, unlock it, pull it down and cut. Press the button up and I've locked it again. Or you can have a rotary cutter where you pull the guard down and you have the blade showing. The idea, the motion that you will use is you will cut away from you. So you will start with this, the rotary cutter close to you, and you will cut moving away. You will not cut that way or that way towards you. You do that, it's going to slip, and they're very, very sharp. Sometimes you might need to turn your board if you want long strips. Now this is a very short board. So I have my fabric, you can see, look, it's just a piece of fabric that's not anything. It's not got a straight edge. So I'm going to look at the mat, laying it on. And I've done the straight of the grain. So the straight of the grain is going up the strip. The weakness of the grain is going across the strip. So you will lay your ruler. Now can you see I have laid it on those lines so they match exactly. But the fabric underneath doesn't. So with pressure, I'm going to start and roll all the way up to do my first cut. See how straight that is? Now I'm going to keep it on that line. I'm going to bring it down a bit, and just for argument's sake, we're going to say we want a 2.5 inch strip. So I will lay that on at 2.5 inches. 1, 2.5. Make sure that's completely on the edge of your fabric, that 1/2 inch line. Starting again at the bottom and going all the way up. Take your ruler away. Now I couldn't start at the bottom because I've got the tripod in the way. And you do get nicks like that sometimes. And there's your 2.5 inch strip. I'm probably not putting as much pressure on. So that's your 2.5 inch strip. So you're always running from your body away. Now if I wanted to do a square, perhaps we would like a 4.5 inch square. So I will use my 4.5 inch square. And this, I've got you a check so that you can see what I'm doing. So I would lay, if I've got a straight edge, which I have here, I will lay it just over that straight edge. And I'm going to cut, I want 4.5 inches. Well, we'll do 4 because I haven't got quite 4. So we'll go up this side first. And then I'm going to have to come round. So my body is here and I'm going away. Now I'm not going to move that piece of fabric. I'm going to move the whole board round. Take the ruler off. See if you can get it in. I can't get you any closer. But I'm going to put, can you see the 4 is here? And I've cut these 2 edges first. So the 4 will go there and there. And then I'm going to cut these 2 edges. So again, I'm going to go up. And my body is in front. Hold it tight, and the pressure is quite hard. So there's your 4-inch square. So I'll do that again, but I'll make a 2.5-inch square. I'll come round here. Because we've got a 2.5-inch strip what we've just cut, this is not a straight edge. So we need to make that straight. So we've laid that straight on the board. Sorry if my hand's in the way. Now I'm going to lay it at 2.5 inches. There you go. Hold the ruler. That's 2.5. Don't move the fabric. So start running. I'm not looking at the board, I'm looking at the numbers on here. So hold the ruler, start running and use quite a lot of pressure. There you go, so there's your 2.5-inch squares. Now, I'll show you what it's like to cut a 6.5-inch square and how to find the straight of the grain. We all know if you have a selvage, that's what the selvage looks like. But we've got an odd piece of fabric here, very odd shape. And when we're using this piece of fabric, now that's not that, ooh, look at that. Well, I don't really want to show you how to do that. I want to show you on this bit here. So we need to get that as straight as we can. So can you see? So I'm going to start on the board, come up. My blade is against the ruler. Now at this point I'd probably turn the board, but I can't do that for the camera's sake. Now I'm going to turn the board, and hopefully you'll be able to see it this time. So I haven't moved anything, and this is a 6.5-inch ruler. So I'm cutting, whoop. Now that slipped, the pressure slipped, so the ruler slipped, but then I'm moving it back into position. And there's your 6.5-inch square. So we have done a strip, we've done a 4-inch square, and we've done a strip, and we did some 2.5-inch squares. So if you want to, next time, if you cut, if you have a rotary cutter, ruler and a board, then please cut some squares, and next time I'll do a little demo on how we join squares. But if not, you can just watch and then go away and do it at your leisure. Apologies again for the camera debacle. I don't seem to be getting it right, but I don't have anybody to help. that knows about cameras and things, so it's all a bit on my own really. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you again next week at 7:30. Bye.